Alright, what's up everybody? So I am super excited to dive into season 2 of Attack on Titan today, especially because, um, you know, I've been enjoying this show from the beginning, right? But I constantly come across these comments that basically almost seem to indicate that season 1, even though it is very good and enjoyable in its own right, it's almost like it's apparently kind of a prelude to the crazy shit that's gonna happen starting from like the second season on. That's constantly what I've been kind of hearing from people, and so yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna immediately kind of notice that leap or that change now already from the first episode or something, but there's also like little stuff that I'm very curious about. And you know, like what I mean by that is that once again, I know that the second season it took like 4 years or something for it to arrive after the first one, and apparently people told me that it has to do with the fact that, of course, Attack on Titan is a manga first and foremost, right? And so apparently it like works a little weird with like okay sometimes these companies have to get the permission to then make the anime out of it or something, right? And so that's why. Sometimes it can take a little long, or certain hindrances can kind of occur. Because I heard that like the fourth season was like made or stylized or whatever you want to call it by like a different company again. So again, like weird stuff like that. But I'm curious about like, okay, so this second season, it took a while for it to come out. So am I going to maybe see stylistically some changes too? Or the way it was directed, or, you know, however you want to call it, like, is it going to use more of those 3D shots or not? Or are there, again, like little things like that? But then obviously I'm also super fascinated by simply the question, in what direction is the story going to go? Because apparently that's really where the crazy shit is gonna happen, and so I just can't wait. And I think I gave all my thoughts already, right? I literally recorded a super extensive review of like 18 minutes with all my thoughts on the first season so far, and it's actually been a good week since I finished season 1. In that time, I've been trying to kind of let it all sink in and prepare myself mentally as best as I could for the second season. Also, I've been watching the OVAs, which people have been recommending me to watch. I watched 3 of them so far that apparently I could watch by now, having finished season 1. So that is Ilse's Notebook I've seen, which was very interesting because it gave us some more details, of course, about the Titans, or one particular detail, I think I should rather call it. And then No Regrets, I saw both parts as well, and that was really cool to kind of see Levi's backstory and how he then, got in touch with Erwin. And the stuff that basically happened there. But I decided for now to make those OVA reactions exclusive to Patreon, because I wanted to give a little more value to the people who've been supporting me over there. Like, that's the thing. People might not know about this, but these videos also, they get copyright claimed like 50-60% of the time. It's kind of ridiculous, and of course a lot of effort goes into editing these, and it just takes a lot of time. Like, of course, binging is super easy, a show like this, but then making all the videos out of it, and that's the whole process, right? And so again, I want to kind of like, as a special thank you for all the people who've been supporting me so far, want to give a little bit extra value to the patrons. So those OVA reactions will be on Patreon only. And of course, again, by becoming a Patreon supporter, you can already watch the next 5 episodes as well. So everything until Season 2, Episode 6 is up there right now for you to check out, as well as full-length reactions if you want to watch the entire episodes along with me. But again, I've given all my thoughts in my Season 1 review. I am just ready to dive in and see where things are going to go. So here we go, Episode 1 of Season 2. Surely there's going to be an intro, right? Oh, damn, they're already seeing it. It's literally just spectating over there, silently. That's scary as fuck. Wait, are you telling me he was kind of stuck literally within the wall, or...? Oh shit, I had not considered that actually. Those walls are thick as hell, yeah. Are you like telling me that there's gonna be like a bunch of them stuck in there? I love how that's visualized. Oh, Hanji. I mean, how would, if there's like several titans in there, how would they even be able to build those walls around them? What the hell just happened? Okay. Does that mean this was even before the Annie fight? So what is it she's hearing actually? Is she hearing Eren and Annie fight, or is she hearing those titans? Okay, just titans from far away approaching, okay. Jesus Christ, that's an ugly motherfucker. Again, man, I do feel like all of the, yeah, the shots are a little more interesting. It somehow looks a little bit more crisp. It's like they added a bit more variety as well with these kinds of views. I really like that. It's really like they're stepping their game up a little bit. Yeah, that's probably bad news. I can see them using those shots in the future for scenes where there's gonna be like hundreds of people fighting. What the... Holy shit, the music too. That's like terrifying. It really is time for Sniffing Guy to show us his skills. Because he's yet to really show his full potential, I feel. Look at him skating over the grass. Awesome. Okay, I definitely gotta read that slide again, because it was talking about the titans inside the walls. I mean, again, it just makes me kind of suspect the military police so far, but that's just because we know that there's shady shit going on with the military police, and holy shit, that's Aaron in a flashback. Oh, we see the model too. Didn't think we'd see her again. Back to overly confident Aaron, yeah. It's funny how sometimes I don't understand what's going on when it really is that simple. Like, she was just falling asleep from being here for so long. And somehow I'm not catching on to it when it happens. I feel like this Mike guy is really gonna grow on me this season, probably. There he is. I don't even know what to say. I don't know how somebody can become like this. That makes me wonder. Again, we don't know the origins of the Titans, but if he was ever a human, it makes me wonder what he would have looked like. Holy shit. That's a hairy motherfucker. Yeah. It's like he came straight out of the Ice Age. He really has like an ancient look as well. I don't know what the English word is for that. That's what I get for not being a native English speaker, but... Oh shit, did he... Is he talking as well? Yeah, that's... What the fuck, man? I mean, we learned that already in Ilse's notebook. What the fuck is going on, dude? つうか剣とか使ってんのか。やっぱうなじにいるってことは知ってんだね。まあいいや。持って帰れば。He took his maneuver gear? I don't think it's much use to him though. So is he gonna stick to his own words? I guess so. Dude, there's no way you can take that guy on. Nah, don't tell me Sniffing Guy is gonna die in this first episode, dude. Fuck, that's what's gonna happen, isn't it? Oh, man. So much for that prediction of mine. Fuck! Damn, man. That's gruesome as hell. Ah, boy. Great episode, though. Great episode, man. Let's go to the review. Alright, well, that was a fantastic opening for this second season. And you can really kind of tell how they're already, yeah, like I said there in the intro of this video already, going into different directions, or at least they're bringing back certain things. They're introducing new things. They're like going in so many interesting angles, right? And of course, it all starts with how in the beginning, and that's something for some reason I hadn't considered whatsoever, but when we see that Titan inside of the wall, when we saw it teased to us in the previous episode, I did not consider he was literally inside the wall. I just thought that like, oh, he's looking from the outside in, right? It's just another Titan approaching. Then I realized like, well, no, wait, Robin, what the fuck are you... Dude, you know that these walls are thick as hell, right? They're like, well, I don't know how many meters, but they are thick. So a Titan cannot simply be looking from the outside in, right? So he's literally inside of the walls, and I have no idea why. Once again, this is the part with the questions, right? That everybody loves and that I love about this show, but that somehow people complain at me about for constantly bringing up the questions. But clearly, this is going to be on my mind now for a while, right? The direction I myself am thinking in right now is that it might have something to do, but probably doesn't, with the military police, just because we know that the military police is shady and there's corruption and they are somehow in on this to some extent. Again, I do not know if that means that they are actually behind this Titan thing to some capacity or not, but that's just like one of the things that I would suspect could be true. Again, this is going to be something that will probably be on my mind for quite a while. Other than that, I like how they introduce you know, little things like we saw that little Eren flashback, right? And so I assume that's going to happen more often, is that they're going to go back to things we didn't previously see that happened, that somehow will start to come into play now with the current timeline, and that will be important, we will find out. Yeah, I talked actually about like whether, you know, that I was curious whether this second season would look a little different stylistically or something. I feel like it still very much has the same style, but somehow it's a little bit more high res or something, like it's sharper and the quality is better. I don't know if that has to do with where I'm watching it, or if that's, you know, just, yeah, if that's actually the show just looking a little bit better. But again, they use more interesting shots now, more of those 3D shots and map overviews. And we saw all that stuff in the first season, but now they kind of all combine it in this one episode. So overall, I get the feeling like this episode was higher quality overall, just because they constantly spiced it up, right? Like it never got boring. It constantly kept changing, if that makes sense. Whether it was in sceneries or in the type of scenes that we were seeing, you know, like present time, flashback, this, that. I really like that about it. But of course, last of all, the thing I should be talking about is yeah, that huge new Titan that we're seeing here who was talking. Now, the fact that he was talking is not new to me, because I watched Ilse's notebook, and one of the things that was revealed in there was that there was a Titan who talked. So, no idea what that, you know, again, like what to think of that, really, I guess. This was another one that did, but the way he looked was obviously the interesting thing. He really looked kind of like and I looked up the word, what it was, a Neanderthal, all right? Oh, a Neanderthal. Sort of like this super ancient, yeah, human or whatever, but in Titan form, obviously. But yeah, and you know what that actually makes me think of? It makes me think of the fact that I was recently going through the titles of the episodes so far, because I actually added them to the videos. I did not do that originally, and I noticed that the first episode had this really interesting title that I never really thought back about anymore. It was called To You 2,000 Years in the Future. So this makes me go like, okay, so do years somehow, or like yeah, I don't know. Again, like something with time, right? There's got to be something going on with time, and we see these titans that look ancient now, and again, I have no idea what to make of it, and I know I'm not supposed to already be able to make anything out of it, but I'm just throwing out my thoughts right now and everything that's kind of racing through my mind at the moment with what I'm thinking about and what I'm trying to make connections for. But kind of sad, actually, how Sniffing Guy, who's called Mike, right? He died. And I felt like this episode, I mean, it's he was more badass in this episode than I ever saw him being so far. And so I kind of hoped that he would start playing a larger role, but I guess they more sacrificed him as the impactful moment they could use for the first episode of this season with his death. And that was kind of horrifying and gruesome, and really a shame, because I would have loved to see his character have been developed a little more or something, but I guess that's not gonna happen. Of course, there's plenty of other characters that are worth developing and that are gonna be just as good, so don't get me wrong. But yeah, man, overall a great introduction to the second season. That's all that I can really say. Super curious to see where it's all going to go. So with that being said, of course, if you enjoy my reactions, you can already check out the next 5 episodes on Patreon. It'll be linked on top of the description. So you can watch all the way up until Season 2, Episode 6 right there, as well as full-length reactions, and those OVA reactions that I talked about will be up there for you to check out exclusively. So with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I will see you in Episode 2.